If you ever wondered what Sylvester Stallone's Driven film and Burnout would do if they had an F1 themed love child, then Speed 3 Grand Prix wouldn't be too far off. I picked this game up in the January sales for £3.99 for PlayStation 4 and have genuinely felt robbed every time I played this game since. This is technically incompetent, a real slog to play, and the reason why I picked this up initially was because it reminded me of a PS2 game called Downforce, which I adore. It's a arcade racing game that basically allows you to drop your rear wing and have like proper nitro jetpacks on the back of your car. It's really ridiculous and stupid. And this felt like it was going for the same vibe, except instead of it being jetpacks, it's every time you touch another car or a barrier or something like that, basically the damage model just explodes your car and tyres go everywhere. It's ridiculous. It reminds me of the mods where everyone's put like realistic damage on like the old F1 games that you can then swap in and out on PC. I find them hilarious and fun. This game is like it constantly, but when you add in the fact that the frame rate drops every couple of seconds because it can't cope with all of the AI exploding, and the AI are exploding constantly because they don't have a proper racing line and so can't get round the circuit, and you've got some of the weirdest graphics and colour designs going on in a racing game that give you a weird lighting shimmer across the tarmac, and the handling model means that you can't really turn in a circle, you have to turn in a V, mainly because poor frame rate plus really, really like smash oversteer steering that switches from understeer to oversteer without warning. Oh my god, this game, it's just frustrating. The game is also extremely bare bones too. You start off with 10 tracks, but then you very quickly realise that it's 5 tracks in forward and reverse. Then you realise one of them's an oval. And then one of them, the German one, has a crossover loop in the middle, so it's trying to destruction derby its way through the game. And then there's another one around like Russia where you have to... It's got like a bus stop chicane style thing, like old school one, where it's got like a chicane in and a chicane out. And the AI can't take it. And so when you've completed lap 1, there's still AI trying to get across the start-finish line to get going because they just keep crashing. And the sad thing is that this doesn't get better throughout any of the experience whatsoever. Yeah, you can do 2-player split-screen multiplayer, but you've still got 14 AI smashing into each other, and now the game's trying to cope with 2 cars being driven and being shown at once, so it's slowing down even more. The handling is atrocious. The sound glitches in and out as well. I also ran into issues where the game constantly doesn't understand whether you've crashed or whether you've taken out an opponent. And so a lot of the trophies and achievements are built around smashing into a barrier yourself or taking out opponents. And so, like, sometimes it will go, "You crashed," in big letters on the screen. Other times it will just kind of be like, wah, wah, total silence as like your no-wheeled car spills across the track. The other really frustrating thing as well is that sometimes the AI who don't actually like realise you're there may smash into you, and you've got like 3 or 2 wheels running, but your car handles perfectly fine. And so it's just like this cognitive dissonance of how on earth is this still going? And that's generally what I thought to myself after a couple of hours of this absolute torture. I cannot recommend this game in any good faith whatsoever. It's atrocious. And it's a real shame because I think there is a market here for something really ridiculous like this, but it needs to be handled in a competent way. So, like, it sounds like a bomb every time a car crashes. And then every time you can hear like multiple bombs because they're all just smashing into each other, the game just grinds to a halt. If you're going to build your whole game around this ethos of, my god, it's accessible, everything explodes, it's uncomplicated, you need to make sure that it runs for that experience. And it doesn't even cope with that. So, just no. A written review will be over on higherplayinggames.com. Please avoid this for all of your worth. Take care. Higher Plane Games is part of the Higher Plane Network. a completely independent media outlet supported by people like you. The goal is to create the best possible content that cultivates a richer indie scene for games as well as music and entertainment. To find out more and to get involved, visit patreon.com/HigherPlaneNetwork. Your support makes all the difference, and in return you'll gain access to bonus content and downloads. Thank you for watching.